Hi, and welcome back to the Growing as a Family podcast. My name is Joel.
And I'm Clarice.
And for this podcast, our thought was we would talk through this pregnancy and how it has compared to the last one, as well as like what we've learned and what has gone differently, what we change, and getting my wife's thoughts on it.
I want your thoughts on it.
So, for starters, how has this pregnancy gone?
It's been good. I'm currently 34 weeks.
What? No.
I am, I guess, yeah. When this goes.
It's gone so fast.
Mm-hmm.
It really has.
Yeah, it's gone a lot faster than our first one.
Mm-hmm.
This is, I guess, our third pregnancy because our last one was a miscarriage at 6 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just, easier to say second baby and, less confusing. You don't have to get into it.
Right.
But, yeah, that would be technically speaking. But, yeah, this pregnancy's been very different. And so people are telling me, like, oh, it's going to be a boy. And but then I've had a lot of people tell me that they're different no matter what you have. So yeah. I'm a little in the dark.
And we're not going to find out the gender of probably any of our children, honestly. And so with like this pregnancy being different, people are like, oh, since you're not finding out, like I think it's a boy because it's different.
Yeah, I think majority thinks it's a boy. So.
But I would say on the flip side of it, you've done different things. Yeah. So I think the pregnancy is different because, you've taken a different approach. You've learned things from, your first pregnancy. And
yeah. My first pregnancy with our daughter was like just probably what you'd think of, like stereotypical. I was super nauseous in the first trimester. I threw up. Had no appetite. Just tired a lot. I was in pain.
Yeah.
Agony. And then I started getting my energy back in the second trimester. And then the third one, I just felt, big and out of breath, and I had swollen ankles and everything. Oh, what a joy to remember. So, but it didn't, deter me from wanting to do it again. It wasn't that scarring. So,
right.
We,
which is good.
Our kiddos will be 18 months apart exactly. So, we got pregnant at like 8 months, 9 months postpartum. And yeah, this time was different. I looked back at like what I wrote about my symptoms, and I was slightly nauseous, and a little bit of loss of appetite, but nothing compared to the first time around. And so I think like it didn't seem bad at all, like compared to what I thought was going to happen. But there's just certain things, like I remember I didn't want to eat eggs again, like it didn't sound good, and certain textures or smells were a little off-putting, but yeah, I was like, well, I'm feeling better already at like 11 weeks or so, and yeah, I don't know if it's because I did something different. I think I got pregnant with our daughter first, and I hadn't really been living like the current life health-wise that we live now. I think we've just gotten more deep into like our health over the past year.
Definitely.
But I think this time around we've done stuff longer health-wise that I think it's actually had an effect on my body and had time to have an effect. Whereas the first time around I was just out of living on my own, eating kind of bad, and then we got married and got pregnant right away, and
even too, you're like, oh, I'm feeling a little nauseous, instead of just like sitting on the couch feeling it. You're like, I'm gonna eat something because that really helped me this last pregnancy, and so it was something you learned instead of just like sitting there and be like, I just can't eat anything. You like forced yourself to eat, and then you felt better. And I just remember even going like flying through the first trimester, and you were like, honestly, I didn't even know it was here. No, I'm like, other than like little things that you just mentioned.
But. Yeah. Yeah, it wasn't anything near what I had experienced last time.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like I was anticipating it, and which I'm surprised didn't make it worse.
Right.
But I was like, oh, any day now I'm going to be throwing up. And surprisingly, it didn't get to that point. But, yeah, I think there's just been a difference in my health. And, yeah, like you said, when I felt nauseous, I was like, I probably need protein. I probably shouldn't just, eat ice cream and cereal and, like, stuff that's not going to fuel my body.
Right.
So, and I tried to stick, to my supplements and stuff. But
what was, like, your mindset through this pregnancy compared to the last? Like, I know you've been talking about things you've done a little differently, but, like, mentally, you went through a miscarriage. We went through a miscarriage, and it was definitely harder on you than it was for me in the extreme of, body function in your mindset through it. Like, explain to me a little bit, like, how you think it's been different.
I think we've talked about this before, but I was, like, way more fearful in the beginning because I thought in my mind, I was scared that I wouldn't be able to carry another baby, like, to term, which, I need to have more trust in the Lord, but, you think about that when you come around the time in that first trimester when it's like, iffy if you're going to continue or not. And I think with our first, I just took it for granted, like, oh, of course, like, everything's going to be fine. And then the miscarriage was like a wake-up call of, this is in God's plan, and it's not just up to what I will it to be. So this time around, I was, I just tried to put my trust in the Lord that, whatever His plan was is what was going to happen. But
it's a good thought to have.
We had our miscarriage and then we got pregnant the next month, and I was just so, like, I really wanted, like, the age gap, like a close age gap, and I was just really rooting for this pregnancy to, carry on. And so, I mean, I think it changed in the fact that I saw, like, the symptoms as more of, like, a blessing. You feel the first kick and you're like, oh, like, they're in there, they're doing good, and we heard the heartbeat, and just so reassuring to know that they're safe and they're growing. And I mean, they're big now. Yep. So they've come a long way, but I think that I've learned a lot more, like, trust in the Lord. And I was talking to you about this, but I think, like, I viewed this pregnancy as more of, like, a sacrifice I'm willing to make for our family. Because I joke with Joel sometimes. I'm like, you have such, like, an easy job.
I do. Yeah, my body never changes. I get to, sleep in my tummy whenever I want. I live the same life other than, like, becoming a dad.
Yeah. And I mean that, like, we, of course, it evens out. We have our roles, and it's for a reason. And, you probably couldn't go through what I go through.
That's very true.
But I couldn't go what you go through, or go through what you go through.
Yeah.
So, but I just think, like, this is my bodily sacrifice and what I'm willing to give up for the sake of what the Lord has for me.
And for our family, too. Like, you're not just like, oh, I'm going to, sacrifice everything that I have for nothing. It's like, well, you're doing it for our family and for our family size. And we've seen how much, like, a blessing our daughter is, and how, like, we want more of them because they're so fun. And we've said a couple times, even this last month, I'm so glad we haven't, you're pregnant, because we really want more kids, because our daughter is so much fun and such a blessing.
Yeah. She gives us baby fever. Like, I'm working on it. They'll come in their time, but it's, I mean, this will be after, but I think my mindset will be a lot different with even when they're born. Like, it's been different this pregnancy too, but after, like, I don't know, I have, like, the foresight of what this little baby grows into and how fast they grow. And I feel like when I first had our daughter, I just felt trapped, like, instantly overwhelmed of, like, whoa, this is way more work than I thought it was going to be. And there's problems that you don't know how to tackle and things you just feel inadequate to take on. Because there's no, perfect manual, and there's no baby that's the same. And so there's just a lot of learning about how to be a mom. And this time around, I'm hoping, like, I'm a little more loosened up. I got, the hope of what's in the future, and just getting through those, like, nights. And I think it's a little, like, the past is a little bit in rose-colored glasses, because I do, miss the chubby little newborn and how good they smell and how they just sleep on you.
Oh, yeah.
But
and you're not even thinking about birth or going through.
I am now.
Well, yes. But
I've started to think about that a little bit, because it's close enough in the past where I still remember, like, what it was like. And I'm a little nervous about it. Not gonna lie, but I always tell you I'm glad that I don't know the day or the time, because I would just be fretting it. But I think, it went really well last time.
It went super well.
I've had a lot of, my sister will remind me that, like, oh, yes, it's hard, but you had a great birth. And I really did. I'm very, very thankful that God answered my prayers about that. So I'm praying for it again. But yeah, we plan on having a home birth.
Yep.
Again, we did it with our daughter, and it was just so beautiful. I mean, I wasn't very beautiful. But looking back, like, there's no place I'd rather be than here. And it just felt so, like, intimate. And
it was, like, the best thing that could happen for our family, because we were welcoming, like, a little blessing into our life. And it's not like you're at a hospital. It's like, beep, beep. Okay, all right, everybody, like, operation birth. Like, let's go. And, you get all the doctors and everybody. And obviously I've not had a birth, but I assume...
Doesn't sound like you've been
from stories that I've heard, that it's not a very peaceful or intimate environment. It's very stressful and high-strung. And we got to do this now. All right, now that you got this, next thing. And... Yeah. When we had our daughter at home, it was just like, oh, hey, we just get to relax the rest of the day.
Yeah.
And we're at our house.
And I think, like, either place you can have a very different experience, for sure. You can have a lot of peace in the hospital, if that's where you feel safe and stuff. But I feel so safe, like, in my home. And, yeah, it just feels so nice to just already be here when they're born.
Yeah.
I don't have to get out. I think it'll be fun to have an April spring baby. Sounds really...
It does sound really fun.
Joyful. The birds will be singing. They'll be swinging on the porch. Rose-colored glasses, can you tell? But, yeah.
What are some practical things this pregnancy that you've changed, been doing, etc.?
Well, if you want the details.
I do.
This might be, like, controversial, but I don't take a prenatal.
What?
I mean, it's a
I
shock
knew
to
that.
a lot of people. I think, like, supplements are, like, they should be what they are called, like, supplementation, not I take this
pill.
I take this whole, like, regiment of pills, and then I can just eat, like, frozen pizzas and ice cream and candy and whatever. Like, I try to eat my vitamins and my nutrients and everything. And so food is where I try to get it from first, and then I supplement with supplements. So I just take a beef liver supplement. It has... Look into beef liver. Okay.
It's amazing. It really is.
It's like a superfood. I mean, liver in its natural form would be even better, but, it's hard to stomach that anytime.
Mm-hmm.
But so I just take the desiccated pill form, and I feel like that's really helped me. I've taken it even when I wasn't pregnant, just as a powerhouse boost to your normal life. But highly recommend beef liver, and then I take magnesium and calcium.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, beef liver has like the B12, like folate and iron, and all like natural forms, and get like grass fed.
Mm-hmm.
Get an all natural source of it. But yeah, I feel like that's really helped me. I take collagen. I don't know if that's really for pregnancy.
Yeah, well, you take it. It helps.
Yeah, mainly just trying to eat healthy.
Yeah.
Lots of protein, like lots of red meat, and
just be mindful of what you're eating too. I mean, you always say that to me. Like something might look good, but look at the ingredients.
Yeah.
And just what's in it. And
yeah, I always think like, does it just sound good, or is it also going to do good to my body as it enters, after you're done chewing it and tasting all the good tastes, what's it doing to the inside of you where it is way longer than in your mouth, Like, I think you just sometimes have to get on top of, the food you're eating and not let it, like, get on top of you, Like,
yeah, definitely.
And take charge of that. And, yeah, it's definitely a mindset thing, because it's really easy to be like, oh, this is just what I need and what I'm craving. And
I do that, but I'm allowed to.
Whatever. I think after you stop eating certain things, it just gets so much easier to not crave that.
Yeah.
And to crave, like, healthier options.
Mm-hmm. Well, your body probably doesn't need, like, a processed fruit snack. It probably needs, like, water, and if you really want, like, go have an apple or something.
Mm-hmm.
You just gotta think, like, am I really craving Cheetos? Probably not. Probably your body's probably wanting something else, or some other good nutrient other than Cheetos.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not the type of pregnant lady to be like, oh, I'm kind of like wanting chocolate, so I must like need it.
Mm-hmm.
I think like you got to use your judgment over that a little bit. I'm pretty stubborn, so like I'm not gonna let myself want something crazy. But I feel like that's helped me feel better.
Oh yeah.
Now I'm starting to drink tea. Highly recommend red raspberry leaf tea in your third trimester. And dates.
Ooh.
I think you can eat like, it's like 4 to like 6 a day or something near the end.
Which is crazy.
Yeah. But I enjoy them. I know that's like a hot take. A lot of people think they're really gross, or you need to mask them in like a smoothie or make like homemade Snickers out of them. I think that kind of sounds fun. But I'm just like, this tells you how far removed I am from like sugary stuff. But I like them, and I did that last time, and I mean it's kind of like proven in a way that red raspberry tea, at least, really does like prime your uterus and help strengthen it and soften your cervix. I mean, I did it last time, and I had a good birth, and so I'm not gonna stop.
Right.
I'm just gonna do it again until it doesn't work.
Keep the same things. I mean, on that note, keeping the same, is there things that you wished you would have changed that you didn't, that you want to change for next time?
Yeah, I really okay, I'm gonna say this to hold myself accountable.
Here we go, folks.
I really want to get like back to good shape after this pregnancy. Right when I'm clear, I'm further, like far along enough in my postpartum, like 6 weeks or whatever. And then to just get outside and get walking and get my body back to like a fit, healthy state. I feel like I wasn't totally there when I got pregnant again. I mean, I'm young and I recover pretty quick. and I feel good, but I'll tell you what, I can't really, like, I'm having a hard time nearing the end of this pregnancy. I'm just very out of breath, very out of shape.
Well, but that's normal. I mean, you put on a lot of extra weight with the new baby and stuff.
Yeah.
But I agree with you. Moving your body is really good and setting a good goal.
But I just feel like I've had a harder time this time, and it's been winter, and we haven't gotten out on, like, many walks.
Yeah.
And
I will agree with you on that one. I feel like we've been cooped up during this pregnancy.
Yeah. Which, I mean, there's a season for everything, and I'm not, you know, condemned to poor health for the rest of my life. So I just want to take matters into my hands after this pregnancy and get back to a state of feeling even better than I did before. I would love to, you know, feel fit and energetic and not like I do now. But yeah, I don't think it's going to be something where I feel like I have to, it's like a struggle to like drop a ton of weight or something. I just want to put on more muscle and just have an easier time, like doing stuff like flights of stairs and like maybe running or playing a sport or something. Just feeling more athletic. That's what I would change. I would have done a little more. And last time I think I stretched more and I did more like bouncing on like ball, which maybe I'm not even there yet, but I feel like because I'm like, oh, I already gave birth, I've been like a little more lax.
Sure. You're like, I've done this already, so I don't need to do all these.
Yeah.
You know,
last time I was
things.
like, I probably just should try everything. And I think it was good for like my hips and stuff. But it's never too late. I don't feel that bad, so it's all right. I will say this pregnancy I've had way more hip pain, I think. Yeah. And like sciatic nerve pain and nerve pain in my stomach. Just
it's definitely has been a different pregnancy for sure.
Yeah.
Of just you felt different things where you're like, I didn't really feel this last time, or I, you know, especially your hips. You're like, I feel like every time I, you know, stand up, I have to re-oil the joints.
I always tell you like grandma hips. And, it's just hard to get comfortable, and I mean that's always typical. But I just feel like I'm already 40 weeks. But it'll
only 6 more weeks to go.
It'll go by quick.
Yeah.
But
nerves. Are you nervous this time? Am I nervous this time? Are you nervous about birth? I know we talked about that a little bit at the start of the podcast. But what are you doing to curb the nerve?
Curb the nerve?
Yeah, that too.
I think a big thing is like always pray about your birth. I think
amen to that.
I think it can be powerful to like God knows your heart and stuff already, but it can be so powerful to just let him know like God, my desire is really to have this baby at home, to, you know, be safe, to not, you know, bleed out. Like, I mean, you don't have to say, like, God, I want a painless birth. And
right.
Just want to push him out in one push. But, you know, you got to be realistic, too. But I feel like it helps, at least your own mental state, to let God know the desires of your heart for your birth. And then after you've spoken that, you know, say, but your will, you know, be done. It's always God's will and not your own. And I think that really brings peace. Like, oh, I let God know that this is the type of birth I would love to have. But now I'm laying that aside and resting in the fact that he knows that, but his plan is higher, you know?
I think that's a great thought for all walks of life, too, whether you're pregnant or not. You can, if you're nervous about something, your first thought should be to pray and to lay out, like, God, this is what I have, this is what I want in my life. But it doesn't matter what I want. I'm going to submit to your plan. And, you know, we need to be careful about being absolute about some things, because it's like, you know, I want a painless birth. Well, okay, it doesn't matter what you want. It's ultimately God's plan and God's plan in your life, and putting your trust into him in that. And so, not that you've done a bad job at all with that. I'm just saying it's great for, any walk of life to really put your trust into Christ. And, it doesn't matter exactly what you want. Yes, make your request known to the Lord, but then within that, trust in the Lord as your second step.
Yeah, it brings a lot of peace, like knowing that whatever happens is going to happen for a reason. And, when you look back over your life, you can always see, or usually see, why things have happened the way that they have, even hard times or good times. And I think that having that hindsight helps you look to the future and be like, it's going to work out how it's meant to work out. And even if I can't see it right then, I will, like, one day.
Right.
And so I think that, that helps me a lot. And I think also, like, I do have, knowledge of what it was like this last time. And, I mean, I'm hoping I'm hoping I work with the pain better. Because last time I did have a good birth, but the whole time I was like, I was
Get me out of here. Get me out of here.
I wanted to run away from the pain. And I did not expect this. Like, can it be over? And, at a home birth, you don't have options for, like, pain-free birth, which now looking back, I'm like, I'm grateful I felt the pain.
Yeah.
Because it all goes away once you have, at least in your mind. It still hurts, but you don't the joy of your baby, like, overpowers the pain. And I remember, like, pushing, and I was like, this hurts so bad, I'm going to rip in half. I'm like, there is no good position to be in right now. And then after I pushed her out, I was like, oh my gosh, she's so cute, let me hold her. And I forgot that, the second half of my body was in a lot of pain. And I was shaking, but I was just so excited to be holding her. The hour, like, flew by, and the midwives were cleaning up the house, and I was just, like, in ecstasy.
Yeah, I remember they're like, okay, and we're leaving. We're like, already? What? You're leaving us?
Like, you're going to come back, right?
I would say my nerves with this birth is obviously, like, I'm nervous about you and baby. Whether it's a statistic or not, I mean, childbirth is a scary, dangerous thing. And thankfully modern medicine allows us to, know more about the birth process and, even pregnancy process. But, I mean, there still is a chance, of something going wrong and something happening, which, again, is one of my worries that I take to the Lord and I pray about. But, yeah, I know it's all going to work out according to God's plan, but it's something that I'm like, we just got to pray and we got to get through this because ultimately, God's will be done. So, but I'm excited. But
going into our first birth, did you kind of imagine it was like what it?
Yeah.
Like it was going to be like what it was like?
Well, I grew up on a farm, so birthing animals was something that I was accustomed to. And so.
Did you think like my wife overreacted, or like, she was a champ, or like.
No. My ears must have been plugged or something.
What do you mean?
No, it was honestly like I didn't have any expectation going into it. And this time I think maybe it makes me a little more nervous of like, oh, what could happen? Like, it went so good this last time. I wasn't even thinking about what could go wrong or anything. And this time I'm like, well, since it went so good, now are we going to have like a terrible terrible birth on the other end? Or is it also going to be really good? And so, like, again, that's something I'm a little nervous about, but I know that God's got it, and He's in control of every situation. So,
but it's not like a worry with me, like, if I got it.
No, I know you got it. Are you kidding me? You're amazing.
I think, you'll be even more equipped to, like, help me this time. I mean, you're very helpful and very, like,
thank you.
Anything I ask, like, instantly, like, you don't even question it. You're just like, yes, I'll go get it, Yeah. And I think that's really helpful in, like, your husband. Like, having your husband be someone that's willing to help you with, because you don't even know how birth is going to go. Like,
right.
all of a sudden you need your back rubbed and you need your hips rubbed and you need somebody's hand to squeeze really tight, and like having your husband like open to, going with the flow with whatever you're feeling. Like, help me stand up all of a sudden, like you just need someone that drops everything.
Yeah.
So I think that you helped make it go smoother.
Thanks.
Yeah.
2 under 2. What do you think about it?
I love your topic changes.
Boom.
I think it's going to be what I always dreamed, whether it's awesome or not. I always wanted to have 2 under 2.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, we'll have a newborn and an 18-month-old. So.
Yep. I think it'll be super fun. It'll probably be hard for the first couple months.
Yeah.
Just because, like, even our daughter right now, she knows, like, a few different words. She knows, like, hey, do you want water? And she's like, yes or no. But she's not...
just learning to communicate.
Right.
Yeah.
But she's not communicating with words. And so the older she gets, I think, the easier it'll become.
Yeah.
Because then she'll start communicating with us.
Yeah.
Like, her
and you
want.
can't put, like, trust in her of, like, can you go get this for mommy,
Yeah.
Like, she doesn't understand that, and rightfully so.
Yeah.
But I think it's going to feel like caring for 2 babies for a little bit.
Yeah, probably will.
But, I mean, she's at the point where she can play by herself.
Yeah.
She sleeps really well.
Mm-hmm.
It just, I mean, sometimes I feel like, oh, my time at home is kind of easy. Like, and sometimes it's not, but I'm like, I could use some spice.
Mm-hmm. Well, and if you think about it, almost 9 months ago, it was very different.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we really had, our daughter was definitely still, like, a baby in our minds.
Yeah.
Not necessarily like an infant, but like...
But I'm glad that we had, we weren't nervous, like,
right.
and just waiting until she felt like, a capable toddler.
Right.
Because, you can wait and be like, okay, now my kid can, get their own milk and get upstairs and they're potty trained and this and this. And then you get pregnant and you have 9 months.
Yeah, you have 9 months.
Like, it's a long time and a lot changes. And I'm just glad, like, all that we thought was, oh, she's just so cute, let's have another one. But we didn't even know, like, what state she'd be at right now. But God, totally provided, and she's going to change again in 2 months. And
yeah. And you're never really ready at all for a second. And I mean, as much as we say that we're ready or we're not, it'll, happen the way that God, has it happen too. So, and 9 months is a really long time. It's almost, it's 3 months short of a full year. So if you decide, oh, hey, let's, see if we can try and have another one, you still have 9 months after that happens. Like, it's not going to happen instantly, which I think is God's blessing in disguise for sure. Just on our lives. So.
Yeah. And I mean, you're never guaranteed to get pregnant. And that's a whole nother podcast we want to do.
Yeah.
But
trusting in
really
the Lord.
Giving it to the Lord is super powerful.
Yeah.
But
anything else?
I don't think I'm scared. I'm more excited, but I know there's gonna be like a night where I'm like, like I'm
probably
way in over my head, and then it's all gonna work out, and then it's gonna, it's like this, like even now, like that's the journey of being parents, but
give it a week and it'll all change again.
Yeah, I think we have a lot of fun doing it together.
We do.
And tackling it together, so I'm not nervous, but I'm excited to see you hold another newborn. It's so cute. Just makes me want to be the baby. I can't describe it. Maybe other wives understand, but I just want to be that small and have you hold me. And I'm excited to give you a hug again and not be big.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
I'm greedy. I want to know. But yeah, that was our this time around with baby number 2.
Thank you for listening to our podcast. Go check out our website, growingasafamily.com. There you can check out Clarice's blog, it's been a little bit since you've posted, but still great stuff. And I think there's one coming on the way for a post.
Yeah, there is.
So stay tuned. Go check it out on our website. Leave us a comment down below if you're listening on YouTube on what next videos you would like to hear or see. And we will try and get back to you. Thank you again for listening, and we'll see you next time.
Yep. Bye.